Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. He's been saying this for months and months, But IMF is not giving Pakistan loan. IMF will give Pakistan this loan, 100%. But they'll give it only a little bit. They're not giving it right. How is a business? It's about dollars. If you have money, you can do jihad. If you don't have money, you will not do jihad. You'll talk about peace. And this is exactly what is happening in Pakistan. Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. Like this video, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Tariq Fatemi, that big fighter, that upholder of causes, is no more. He's left for his heavenly abode and I wish that he finds peace, and my heartfelt condolences to his family and his millions of fans across the world. Tariq Fatemi, I'm honored to call him a personal friend. I met him for the first time in 2016 and we shared some great conversations together about India, about the world, about Pakistan, and he had a very unique insight into how things worked. And I'll give you an example that I've given before somewhere in some interview, that once Tariq Fatemi told me that the environment is such in India that one day the roads in front of your house will be blocked and you'll not be able to move. And I was very surprised, why is he saying this, in what context? And he said the roads outside your house will be blocked. And this is what he told me, I think in 2017 sometime. In 2017, in the guest room of Republic TV. He told me that the roads outside your house will be blocked. And I said, Tariq Sahab, we have a constitution and we have the rule of law. You can't just block a road. He says, no, the roads will be blocked. And a few years down the line, Shaheen Bagh happened. And I called him up and I said, you were right. He says, you always have people, politicians from inside who try to harm this country. And this is all, some politicians who are fueling this fire inside India. He told me this long back and it came true. And there are so many other stories. One day maybe we'll have a special program on him. So my condolences to his family and the legion of fans across the world. There are millions and millions of them who looked up to Mr. Tariq Fatemi. God bless you, sir, and may you rest in peace. The second thing that I'd like to mention today, ladies and gentlemen, is that the ISI, Pakistan's external intelligence agency, and they also do a lot of internal interference in political matters. They have a special cell for Khalistan. There is a special cell for Khalistan in the ISI, and this special cell has one mission. Please note down what I'm saying very carefully. This special cell inside the ISI has a mission to tell the world, and specifically Indians, especially Indians, drive this fake narrative into the minds of the Indians that all the Sikhs, that is what the ISI wants you to believe, that they support Khalistan. The ISI wants you to believe that Sikhs support Khalistan. That is what they want you to believe. And they keep on hammering this down our throats through social media, this fake news. The truth is that Khalistanis make up of less than 1% of the Sikh population. And Khalistanis exist mostly on Twitter. Khalistan exists only on Twitter and on Facebook sometimes. But the fact of the matter is that they're trying to drive a wedge between these two communities, the Hindus and Sikhs. That is what the Khalistanis are trying to do. We have to be very careful. My friends, we have to be extremely careful, because if you, I, or anybody else starts thinking along the lines that the ISI wants us to think, that, every Sikh sort of, supports Khalistan or something like that, then Pakistan would have won. This will be Pakistan's biggest victory. And you can't allow Pakistan to win. We have never in 75 years allowed Pakistan to win. And they're not used to winning, by the way. They're used to losing and surrendering. So why break the habit? Let them lose. Make sure Pakistan loses. Make sure the ISI loses. Hindus and Sikhs are brothers, right? And these Khalistanis, they're vermin. Khalistanis are not Sikhs. Khalistanis are vermin. Move them away from your space and make sure that on social media, you respond very harshly to every Khalistani troll. Now, in Pakistan, this famous journalist, Hamid Mir, in an interview, recently said, something which has started a firestorm in Pakistan. And, he was giving an interview to this lady, Naseem Zehra, who's another famous and very popular and senior journalist and TV anchor in Pakistan. While speaking to Naseem Zehra, he said that General Bajwa told him, as in General Bajwa, the former army chief, told Hamid Mir that we are incapable of fighting against India. We don't have the money, we don't have the wherewithal, our tanks do not have the fuel, our troops cannot reach the border. All this, is true. It's not false. All this information is true, ladies and gentlemen, that the Pakistani army does not have the money to fight. So there's a firestorm in Pakistan, understandably, and they're saying that, our general is corrupt and he's weak. Corrupt he may be. But the fact of the matter is that, Chanakya once said long back, Chanakya is a contemporary of Alexander the Great. And Chanakya said in Arthashastra that from the treasury the army is born. You can't be bankrupt and have a great army. It's not possible. And Chanakya said this thousands of years back. From the treasury the army is born. This is not my quote, this is Chanakya's quote. And this is exactly what General Bajwa was trying to explain to people. But obviously Pakistanis think that, these things don't matter. They want their army to fight on pure jazba. Their army will just get massacred. The truth is that Pakistan does not have the money to fight even for 2 days. They don't have the money to fight for 2 days. Pakistan does not have the money to mobilize 2 infantry divisions. Forget about anything else. They don't have the cash. When an army fights, when an army moves, everything costs money. There is ammunition, there is weapon, there is food, there is FOL, there is fuel and other lubricants. We call it POL and FOL in the army. There are logistics, and money flows like water. Money flows like water every day. Billions of dollars are blown up in a war. It's a very, very expensive exercise. It's a very expensive exercise. And, Pakistanis have gone to town blaming their army chief, former army chief, Qamar Javed Bajwa, that he was a coward and he ran away for a war, from a war with India and all that. No, he's not a coward. He's simply being practical. There is no point in fighting. You are a rabbit. You want to fight against an elephant. Where's the logic in that? However much jazba a rabbit has, he will remain a rabbit. He cannot fight against an elephant. Even if he has all the spirit of jihad and he's a mujahid and the rabbit is a ghazi, the rabbit is a mujahid, the rabbit is this, rabbit is that. A rabbit is essentially a rabbit. And he can't fight against an elephant or a lion or a tiger. He can't. It can't happen. And that is what Qamar Javed Bajwa was trying to tell everybody. But, another thing that many people missed out, both Indians and Pakistanis, very surprisingly, is that Qamar Javed Bajwa said, we should have peace with India because we cannot afford a war. Please understand the underlying sentiment and the underlying statement. We need peace with India. We, as in the Pakistanis, need peace with India because we cannot afford a war. Which means that if they could afford a war, there would be no peace with India. That is why I say, whenever you shake hands with the top cream of Pakistani society, and this is not to say anything against the people of Pakistan, the top cream of Pakistani society, whenever you shake your hands, please check your fingers. Please understand the statement that Qamar Javed Bajwa made. He said that we don't have the money to fight. If they had the money, they would have fought. He's asking for peace not because he believes in peace. He's asking for peace not because the Pakistani army or the Pakistani people or the Pakistani nation believe in peace with India. No. It is just that they don't have the money to fight. And I've said this time and again. If you look at my videos of 10 days back, in some video I've said this. And I've said this before as well, but if you go 10, 12 days back, 15 days back, you'll see that in a video I had said that the reason why there is peace with Pakistan is because Pakistan's foreign reserves have fallen so low that Pakistan doesn't have money at all. It does not have any funds. The reason why Pakistan is talking about peace with India is because Pakistan does not have the money to wage jihad. Some small little action here and there they can afford. Apart from that, no, nothing large scale. because everything costs money. Even jihad costs money. Jihad has nothing to do with spirit. Jihad has nothing to do with jazba. It has nothing to do with emotion. Jihad is about dollars. Jihad is a business. It's about dollars. If you have money, you can do jihad. If you don't have money, you will not do jihad. You will talk about peace. This is exactly what is happening in Pakistan. Right? So many people in Pakistan today are making videos. We should have peace with India. We should start trade with India. We should talk to India. Let's engage. We are the same people. We are the same culture. We were the same in August 1947. We are not different at all. We have similar ancestors. All this love is coming out today because Pakistan has no money. Did you see such videos 1 year back? There would have been one odd, rare guy making such videos. And there are certain people in Pakistan who genuinely believe in peace with India. Of course, there are people. There are people, such people everywhere in the world. There are good people everywhere in the world. But largely, this deluge of videos that has come out of Pakistan on YouTube that, we should engage with India, and after all, we are brothers. You can't change your neighbors. You can't change your geography. All this nonsense has started since Pakistan, their economy started tanking. All these good words have started coming out now. So please understand the background, why all this is happening. All right, and another news from Kashmir. Something very interesting has happened. The NIA, the National Investigation Agency of India, has attached 2 canals of land of Hizbul Mujahideen chief's sons. In fact, there are more. It's not just 2 canals, there are more. There's a house also, and there's something else. So I'll just tell you that Sayyid Salahuddin is the head of the United Jihad Council and the head of Hizbul Mujahideen. He's a terrorist who has caused thousands of deaths in India. Now, I think he had 5 sons and 6 daughters or something like that. Large family. And most of them had government jobs. Just imagine. Father, a wanted terrorist globally in Pakistan, sitting in Pakistan. And all his kids have government jobs or had government jobs. It's only after the recent abrogation of 317(35A) that an accounting was done. And today, their properties are being attached because all this is ill-gotten wealth. This is the wealth that, this person's father, Sayyid Salahuddin, he has earned through terrorism and narco-terrorism. The name of the person is Sayyid Ahmad Shakil. He's the son of Sayyid Salahuddin. Sayyid Salahuddin lives in Pakistan, and Sayyid Salahuddin, his son's property was attached on court orders under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. I welcome this step, and I also say that any terrorist who wages war against India, his properties too should be attached. That is the only way. In Hindi we say, pet pe laat maro. Then they'll understand. Unless you harm them economically, they'll not come to their senses because they're doing all this for economics. They're doing all this for financial gain. The key is financial gain. When you hit them financially, then what did the NIA do after abrogation of Article 317(35A)? What the NIA did was choke their lines of funding. That is what the NIA did. And the Hurriyat conference collapsed like a house of cards. Today, do you hear of the Hurriyat? Where are the Hurriyat leaders? Gone. Till the time they had money, they were doing everything. Funding this, funding that, clamp down on Kashmir, hartals, attacks, everything. The Hurriyat did everything, covertly and overtly. But today there is no money. And since there is no money, there is no Hurriyat conference. Similarly, with the relatives and also the family members who have taken advantage of a terrorist, money. It could be narco-terror money. All these things need to go. Okay. The Chinese ambassador Lu, he was asked for the French LCI network. This has become very, very controversial. He was asked Chinese view of the status of Crimea, which Russia annexed in 2014. And the interviewer argued that under the international law, the region was part of Ukraine. Mr. Lu responded by suggesting that the issue was not clear-cut and that countries such as Ukraine should not rely on international law to defend their sovereignty. So, obviously, China got very embarrassed. because China wanted to tread the middle path, but I think their ambassador Lu let the cat out of the bag, and this is what the Chinese actually believe. Now, there has been a lot of damage control, and the Chinese have said that, we respect the independence of all post-Soviet republics. And, I think Ambassador Lu Shai's comments have led to widespread outrage, and China has stepped in to clarify, Beijing has stepped in to clarify, saying that, no, the ambassador, he just said it in a moment of, there was, let's say, he was not thinking very clearly, the ambassador, at that point in time, and the ambassador just said stuff which he should not have said. This is not the official Chinese position. All right, and the last news is Pakistan's Finance Minister Ishaq Dar has again lied to the people of Pakistan, saying that the IMF loan is coming. It's just around the corner. He's been saying this for months and months, But IMF is not giving Pakistan loan. IMF will give Pakistan this loan, 100%. But they'll give it only a little later. They're not giving it right now because they don't believe in Pakistan. They don't trust Pakistan. But they will give the loan now. Ishaq Dar has not told the people of Pakistan that the 2 billion promised by Saudi and the 1 billion promised by UAE and the 1.1 billion which the IMF will give Pakistan. I'm not saying they'll not give, they will give it in due course of time. So around let's say these $4.1 billion. What are they for? Are they going to build schools? Are they going to build hospitals? What are they going to do with this money? And why is this money important to Pakistan? Ladies and gentlemen, the sad part is this money, all of it, is going to go towards repayment of loans. This money has nothing to do with the people of Pakistan. Pakistan has to pay, I think by June end, Pakistan has to pay $6 billion to sundry creditors like China, etc. And all this money that they're taking from other sources, it will finally go to various people who have given them loans. And Pakistan is simply fulfilling its loan responsibilities. That is it. This money is not for the welfare of the people of Pakistan. This is what Ishaq Dar is not telling the people of Pakistan. And many people of Pakistan feel that once the IMF loan comes through, their condition will change. Your condition will never change because your rulers are thieves. They're corrupt people. And it should never have happened in Pakistan where, China says that we have invested $50 billion in China-Pakistan economic corridor. And I fail to understand a country which has a $50 billion investment from China has to beg for $1 billion from the IMF. So ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this video. And if you like this video, please press like, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki Jai.